Hello all. Just thought I'd do a little update really. It's not really, just got a few things on my mind and a few things I need to point you in the direction of. Um, I now broadcast, that's the wrong word. I now upload to three different places. Um, BitChute, World Truth videos and Brand NewTube. And I've been quite impressed by Brand NewTube actually. The only thing about it I don't like with Brand NewTube as opposed to the other two is I have to slightly dip my quality. Um, but I'm not going to be pedantic over it, so my slides aren't as, they're a little bit blurry, but that don't really matter. Because ultimately, that's one of the things I want to talk about, because people of the so-called awake, the problem that we do have in this movement, quote unquote movement, it's not really a movement, um, is that people get to a certain point of enlightenment or awareness, whatever you want to call it, and then they just stop. So they don't really share it. Well, that's the wisdom part. Um, Wisdom is action. I've always said wisdom is action. Wisdom is action. It's what you do with what you know. So when you come to a point of awareness and knowledge, and you know what's going on in the world, um, you have to seek to change it. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean going around preaching it, because you cannot forcibly wake people up. I've come to understand this. You cannot do that because people are so indoctrinated, and I've seen this in my own family. I've seen it with people, you know, everyday people that I work with, and the everyday people call them normies now, don't they? Normies, but it's a machine consciousness where they've been so indoctrinated that they cannot think for themselves. That's what you're dealing with now. Most people walking around just have nothing going on internally. They have no internal dialogue. So, and it's to the point now where you're literally, and I've had this before in the past. You can literally put the evidence in their face, and they will not. They'll go, oh yeah, yeah, oh that's interesting that, but it doesn't go in because they can't even process it. Um, they, it's just complete cognitive dissonance. You cannot forcibly wake people up. You can't do it. Um, and that's why I do what I do in the video format, because I've also give up trying to argue with these people, or even debate. Argue is a strong word, but a debate, you can't even debate with these people because they're so indoctrinated by the system that they're at a level of machine consciousness. You know, so I don't do that. I very rarely will engage with people, especially those who I feel are asleep, completely asleep and indoctrinated, and just sat there lapping up the mainstream media 24/7 a day. Um, they're so deeply programmed. These people. These people need healing. They do need healing, but they have to come to a point where they start to question or start to feel that something's wrong in society. People don't even think there's anything wrong. If I was to show some people, some of these people, some of my videos, they'd be like, it'd be so above their level of comprehension, they would just turn it off. And I make no bones about it. My videos, I know they're not for everyone. My videos are all to do with the bigger question: why? Why is humanity in this mess? What is the psychological and spiritual factors that lead us into this mess that we're in? So that's what I try to do. I don't just point fingers at people and the powers that should not be. I'm not interested in them because ultimately we're ruled by compliance. It's the people that comply that I have the bigger issue with. But you just can't wake these people up. And that's why you put out your videos like I do now. This is the way I feel. Then my work stands strong. It stands forever. And I'll put the links. No matter what platform you're watching me on, I'll put the links to the other platforms just so you know that I upload to three different places now, and because ultimately it's about getting it out there as far and wide as we can. Um, So yeah, you just can't wake these people up. It's sad. It's sad. It's very sad to me, but I can't give it that energy anymore. I was at work the other day because I do a few different jobs, and I had to be around a lot of people. Well, I say a lot of people, a few people, and they started talking about the fact that they're going to be doing these tests, these PCR tests by choice. And I was just, once upon a time I'd have got infuriated, inside myself because I know, all the crap that's going on around it. But I thought, nah. And I just got my phone out and I just, looked at a few things on my phone. I didn't even engage in that consciousness. You cannot, like, literally what's happening now is um, consciousness is being divided into two camps. We're being split into people that know and people that don't know. And I know what camp I'm in, and I am not giving my energy to that machine consciousness. Ultimately, these people, we do go all, we are all connected, and that's the sad part. But these people, you've got to wake yourself up. You can't expect other people to do that for you. Yes, you can get knowledge and wisdom from learning and reading and videos, whatever format. Um, but you've got to have that spark within yourself, and the spark has been driven out of these people, and it's blooming sad. And I know I've touched on this before, the religious aspect of the COVID, but COVID-19 literally is the religion of the spiritually dead inside. The people that have no purpose, don't know what to do with their time. They're bored, they're fed up, they have no meaning or purpose to their lives. So that's what this is. This is. I've seen it. This is literally gave them meaning and purpose because now they're virtuous because they're going to get the vaccine. I know someone very close to me who, you know, thinks a little bit like me. She doesn't want the vaccine, and lots of her friends were texting her saying, "Oh, we can get the vaccine now because of the job we do. Are you getting the vaccine? Book your vaccine. Book this, book that." And she said to them, I'm not going to be getting the vaccine because I just, for whatever reason, I'm not getting it." And their reaction was so interesting. It wasn't, "Oh, fair enough." It was, "How dare you?" They didn't literally say "how dare you," but the reaction was that energy of, you know, "Well, it's your fault we're in this mess then." One of them even said, "Well, if we don't get the percentage of the people that are vaccinated for this, we'll be in lockdown for 5 years." Now that did make me spit a few feathers, because if that was me, I would have been livid with that person. And actually, I say livid. What I do now with people like that, I don't engage with them. I don't engage with them because they are not on my level of awareness. Not saying I'm better than them, but I have a deeper understanding, a higher level of consciousness than these people. That's the truth. And until, I'll happily help these people if they come with that spark of wanting to know. By all means, watch my videos, watch other people's videos. I'm not alone in putting this out there. But yeah, it was like one person in my family even was like to this other person in my family. I'm not going to give out names because it's personal, but they said, "Have you had your vaccine yet?" And she was like, "No, I haven't." And she was like, "Why not?" "Oh, you want to make sure you get it." Absolute ridiculous. What a moron. I don't care if they're in my family, they're morons. It's such a moronic state to be like that, to not question anything. And when this person asked this other person and said, "What vaccine did you have then?" They couldn't even tell him. This is the level of ignorance you're dealing with, people. Absolute ignorance. So yeah, my thing now is, I get on with my life. I put my videos out. I do my work. I spread the truth. But whether people want to take it or not, that's up to them because I respect their personal responsibility, as people should respect everyone's right to personal responsibility and personal ownership. I own my body, and you can keep those poisonous fucking vaccines out of my system because I own my fucking body. I know what rights are under natural law. Unfortunately, most people don't. So yeah, if people want to live in that state of consciousness and fear, let them get on with it. I'm done with people like that. I know ultimately these people have got to get to this state of awareness, but I think for some people what they need is they almost need a sharp shock, because I think when you get that spiritually dead inside, you need the universe to kick you up the arse, and I think that's where these people are at. People like us can't do it because you can literally show them the evidence in their face and they will not believe it. But that's all I want to say about that. I've got about 3 videos left for my main series because and when I say that, it's not that I'm going to stop doing videos, but when I started this journey of putting out information, making these videos, I knew that there was a point I wanted to get to. And that's why I often say with my main body of work, go back to the beginning and watch them all the way through, because they're designed in such a way. And the point I wanted to get at, I've got 3 videos. I'm going to tell you what they're going to be. The next one is going to be on what is the occult, because that is so misunderstood, the occult, and it's where a lot of so-called truthers fall short. The one after that will be my take on natural law. The slides for the first one are done, by the way, the occult. I just need to record it. The natural law one I haven't started yet, but I think that's going to take me a while. And then my last video on this basic series of where I'm headed is called The Root of the Problem. And I'm going to talk about the root of the problem, psychologically and spiritually, with the human race, and why we are in this mess. Because a lot of people in this movement, they won't tell you that. They won't even investigate that. They won't look into psychology, or they'll leave consciousness at the door. They'll just look at, oh, these bad people are doing this to us. No, we're doing this to ourselves. We are doing this to ourselves. And I'm going to go into the depths of that, why we are doing this to ourselves. So they're my next 3 videos, and then, I jokingly said, then I can die happy, but not happy. But my point is, I needed to get to that point, and I'm so glad for these other platforms now that I've got. I've got 3 platforms that I upload to, and I'm constantly looking for others. I don't upload to YouTube. I did start doing that. In the beginning, when I very first started, what I did was I opened a YouTube and then a BitChute, and I would upload to both platforms. I was a little bit frustrated with BitChute at the time because my uploads kept not going on. I had lots of technical difficulties, but it seems to be a lot better now, which I'm thankful for. But YouTube, the censorship that's going on this planet now, I am not going to give my energy to that anymore. It was an interesting experiment to do for viewers, but these big tech industries, they have to die and fall by the wayside, and I think they will. I think people are starting to become aware now, but we need 51%. I don't know if I've ever spoke about that, but that's the magic number, because we're all in this together, and unfortunately, we need 51% to live in accordance with and understand natural law. Once that number hits 51%, then things will really change. But these tyrants have kept the war machine going for that. They deliberately made people break natural law, because they need people to be in ignorance and not understand it or live in accordance with it. Because natural law is the key that unlocks all the locks. It unlocks the whole prison that we're in is natural law, which is why it's the most occulted and hidden piece of knowledge. I'm never ever going to be able to do a 9-hour video on it like Mark Passio does. His work on it is brilliant, amazing. But I'm going to put together my take on it, but we'll see where we go. Alright guys, that'll do. I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. Take care out there. Bye.